Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to your third class today. I have to say, I hope you and your learning coach are scrolling through the chat box because I am seeing a lot of hilarious jokes. Thank you so much for sharing. If you were able to type one in the chat box, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys to answer this joke on the board now, and there's a little hint right there in the picture. Why is 6 afraid of 7? You got it. Because 7, 8, 9. Awesome job. And Shania and friends, we're going to put that chat box away. Give me a smiley face if you can hear me. And if you want, you can even give me that LOL face. Those jokes were pretty funny. Definitely going to have to share a few of those with my husband. He's the king of dad jokes. Okay, we have Mrs. Loeb helping out in the chat box for this class. Just an important reminder, your learning coach should be sitting with you. Please give a green check if that learning coach is sitting with you, or a red X if they are not. You're going to want to go ahead and grab them. Remember, all orientation classes are for the student and the learning coach. And learning coaches, we did give you a little bit of homework in the last class. You should complete that learning coach orientation, which is on the website, and you work on at your own pace. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat box again for quick check number 1. How do you access keyboarding without tears? Go ahead, make sure you're using the Room tab over on the left-hand side. So down here where you guys are typing and reading those jokes. How do you access keyboarding without tears? You got it, Timothy and friends. It's going to be that class link program. Remember, that is the front door to Agora. That is how you access the online school, Tumble Books, Keyboarding Without Tears, Lexia, pretty much all the programs that the students will be using here at Agora. Awesome. Please stick around in the class if you're still having trouble getting in the class link so we can help you with it. Okay, this time I'm going to put the chat box away. I'm going to have you use those polling tools. Remember, they look like this. You can find them over here under your name. Click on the green check for true or the red X for false. You will start working in Keyboarding Without Tears today. So the key word is going to be today. Is that true or false? Oh, I see a few different answers. If you didn't put that red X up, put that red X up now for false. You will not start working in Keyboarding Without Tears because you will not have access until you start with your teacher. Okay, red X's from everybody. So go ahead. Put that red X up, Armando. Put that red X up, Shakaya. You will not start Keyboarding Without Tears until you start with your teachers. Whew, glad we went over that answer. Let's go ahead and answer this quick check question. Lexia is a reading program used to provide supplemental support. Is that true, green check, or false, red X? And again, this is what your polling tool looks like. Everybody should be putting that green check or red X up. And I can tell you guys are paying great attention in the last class because that is true. Lexia is a reading program used for supplemental support. Awesome job. Give yourself a round of applause. We had the correct answer from almost everybody. Remember that applause button can be found under the smiley face over here Go ahead and see if you can find it again. Perfect. You guys are a rockin' and a rollin'. Can I have a volunteer go ahead and tell us the session topic and goal for today? Okay, I think we heard from you, Deacon, in the earlier class. If you guys already had a chance on the microphone, try to keep that hand down so we can give somebody new a turn. I'm going to go ahead and pass it down to Timothy. Go ahead, Timothy.
Which part am I supposed to read?
You can read this right here and this sentence.
Okay. Zearn Math. To understand how to complete math lessons in Zearn.
Awesome job. And just click on that talk button to put the microphone away. Let's give Timothy a thumbs up. Thanks for jumping on that microphone. And let's learn to Zearn. Zearn Math is a top-rated, personalized K-5 curriculum. Its mission, and yes, you will be going on mission when you are working in Zearn, is to meet the needs of every student every day so all children can learn and love math. Zearn Math plus your brain equals loving math. I know we have a few math lovers in here. So Zearn Math focuses, or the lessons focus on 3 critical components. Can I have a volunteer go ahead and read these 3 components right here, starting with the word deep? Okay, Devani, go ahead and click on that talk button.
Deep understanding, fluency, problem solving, learning, fellow teachers, to vendor-made teaching, determine which students are ready to move on, which students need additional practice or support.
Awesome job. And just click on that talk button to put the microphone away. You were doing so well. I decided to let you read the whole rest of the page. Let's give Devani a round of applause. Awesome job. And like she said, all the lessons will focus on these critical components. Okay, we're going to go ahead and talk about Zearn Math, but also something a little bit different for the kindergarten students, because Zearn Math does look a little different for kindergarten students. Kindergarten students will use Zearn and also Dreambox. You'll see you can find Zearn in ClassLink. Those kindergarten students, I'm going to go ahead and give you your toolbox. So that toolbox should have shown up over here. Grab that open box and just click right here around Dreambox. Again, this is something a little extra those kindergarten students will be using, since Zearn looks a little bit different for those younger students. Okay, great job. We're going to put those tools away in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to move on. So kindergarten students, it is actually time for you to log out. Here are the assignments for kindergarten students only. Raise your hand if you are in kindergarten. You are dismissed now. Your teacher will share more Zearn info with you once you start with them. You do not have any new assignments, kindergarten students. All you have to do is focus on these following assignments until the next class begins at 12:50. So that would be Lesson 1 in Unit 1 in PE or Phys Ed. If you haven't emailed me your contingency plans, please make sure your learning coach does that when you log out. And learning coaches, if you didn't finish watching that 25-minute phonics training video from the last class, make sure you do that between now and the next class at 12:50. So those kindergarten students should have their hands up. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the timer and kindergarten can log out now. Everybody else, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade, you're going to stay logged in. Only kindergarten can log out now. I'll grab that link for you, Azaria. Okay, so go ahead, Azaria, Armando, and Paris. You can log out since you're in kindergarten, and everybody else, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth graders, give me a smiley face so I know you're still in front of your computer, and we are going to learn to Zearn. So again, first through fifth graders, are you ready to Zearn? If so, now give me that green check. Students learn in a personalized way, rotating between independent learning in Zearn and whole class or small group learning opportunities within Blackboard. And I see some green checks. Hopefully Shania, Samaj, Kyle, you are ready to learn to Zearn. And again, sometimes you'll be Zearning in class. Sometimes you'll be working on it independently. And Armando, let's see here, since you are in a kindergarten, you can go ahead and log out. Okay. So let's learn to Zearn. How do you do it? Well, first I need a volunteer to go ahead and share your screen with us and show us the Zearn app in ClassLink. Okay, I think Samaj shared her computer earlier. I know Deegan and Devani, you each had chances on the microphone. Why don't we go ahead and have Maria share your computer screen. So Maria, I'm going to give you desktop control. Just click yes. Awesome. Okay, so you can go ahead and click OK and OK. And you can see Maria is following directions that we gave yesterday. She still has her login tab, her ClassLink tab, and all the tabs she used today still open. So go ahead, Maria, and take us back to that ClassLink tab at the top. Okay, so that's the one. There you go. Perfect. And I'm just going to take your mouse really quick, and we're going to come right over here to that logins page. So again, what she did was, first thing this morning, opened up Chrome, went to the logins bookmark, and then clicked right here to log into ClassLink. And you can see she now has ClassLink open. So earlier, we talked about Tyler. You can access Tyler from ClassLink. Tumble Books, all those cool online books to read. We mentioned Lexia. Remember though, you won't have any access to Lexia until you start with your teacher. And now we're going to learn to Zearn. So Maria, go ahead and click on that Zearn app. And you're going to see an uh-oh message is going to pop up. You're probably wondering, well, why did you have me click on it? Because I want everybody to know that this is normal. You will not have access to Zearn until you start with your teacher. So don't stress that you don't have access yet. When you actually start math lessons, I'm just going to close this out, Maria. When you actually start math lessons with your actual grade level teacher, that's when you will have access to Zearn. I'm going to bring us back to the classroom. Let's go ahead and give Maria a round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing. And again, everybody should be going to ClassLink every morning because that's the front door to Agora. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and give everybody their pointers. And now you can click on the Zearn app on the board. You can see it looks a little bit different on Maria's class link. It may have that gold square with just the letter Z, or it may look like this. Again, it will not allow you to log in now. You'll have to wait until you start with your teacher. Okay, perfect. So here you can see, remember earlier I mentioned missions? That's because Zearn is full of missions. It's kind of like you're starting a new lesson, but they call it a mission. You'll simply click on Start to begin the lesson or mission, and you'll begin with fluency practice. You can see your progress for each mission here. You see all those circles? They'll fill up as you're going through the mission. And I saw Deacon say, "Yay, math!" Last session we talked about Lexia reading. Now we're talking about Zearn Math. So this is just an example of fluency practice. You'll simply click Enter after choosing your answer. And you can even have the content read to you by clicking on the speaker. This is really important to point out. So I just gave everybody their toolbox again. Click on those pointer tools from over here, and then click over where that speaker is. And again, each mission or lesson is going to look a little bit different depending on your grade level and the mission your teacher has assigned. Okay. So for fluency practice, students are reminded throughout the lesson to keep trying and working through challenges. You can see this little brain saying, keep climbing, or now try it on your own. This means when you see Zearned it, you completed the activity. All you have to do is click Done, and of course, if you love that activity, you can even click Loved it. So what happens next? You're going to start the fluency practice activity after completing number gym. Please note, the fluency practice activity in this lesson is an example. Again, we have all grade levels in here, 1st through 5th grade, so it's really going to depend on your grade level what your mission or lesson is going to look like. Give me a smiley face, folks, if that makes sense. We're just going through an example now, so that way when you start with your teacher, you have an idea of how to Zearn. So for fluency practice, you'll want to answer the questions and click Next to move through the lesson. And then when you see that Zearned it, you can click Done again. Use your pointer tool to show me what you would do next. So let me give you your toolbox. That would have popped up over here. Grab that pointer tool. It looks like this over here. Where do you think you should click next? Awesome. Everybody should have those pointers on that green start button. You can see the number gym, the Discovery Canyon are all completed. So you're going to start with some math chat or need or speed. Go ahead, Deacon and friends, just follow along for now. So let's go over guided practice a little bit. Fluency practice helps you become fast at math. Math chat is guided practice, and it reviews your understanding of the skill you are working on that day. A virtual person appears throughout and explains what to expect, and you can see that virtual person is right here on the screen. You can click Notes to view and print them if you want. You can use notes to model your math, transfer your learning, and help your memory. The math teacher will let you know if notes are required or not. So again, that may vary teacher to teacher because we do have all grade levels 1st through 5th grade in here. During guided practice, you may see some actual examples or videos. And you can see this is just a sample of that guided practice in Math Chat. breaking down those bananas to show you how you can get different groups to make 15. Okay, I'm going to open up the chat box and I want you to answer this question. Where do you click after completing math chat? Show us in the chat box using that room tab. So where do you click? Awesome. Yes, click done because you have learned it. You got it. Okay, so once you finish that guided practice, do you see these boxes building up as activities completed? I'm going to put the chat away and give you your toolbox again. Use your pointer tool. This is a picture of it. You can find it over here to show me what to do next. You got it. Click on that purple start button. You see how all these activities are building upon each other? Now let's say you need a quick review for that guided practice. You can go back and do that again. But if you're feeling confident to move on to independent practice, you'll go to that Tower of Power. So after completing fluency practice and guided practice, you will show what you know and complete that independent practice. Again, the Tower of Power activity is independent practice. And you can see this little speech bubble over here saying, the more you use your brain, the stronger it grows. So climbing the Tower of Power unlocks the next session or mission. Your math teacher will tell you when to begin that next lesson or mission. You can send an email to your teacher if you're not sure, but you can see lesson 1 or mission 1 is now complete. It took the student to lesson 2, but you won't actually unlock that or start that until your teacher tells you to. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. So you'll just be working through one lesson or mission at a time, and your math teacher will let you know when to move on to the next lesson or mission. Okay, and just a reminder for everybody, you won't have access to Zearn until after you start with your teacher. So you can also earn with Zearn. You can simply click My Stuff to see what lessons are completed. You can earn badges by climbing the Tower of Power and completing a lesson. Let's open up the chat box and see if you can answer this question. How many badges did this student earn? So look on the screen. How many badges did this student earn? You got it, Dane and friends. 6 badges. And who doesn't like to earn things? Awesome. So your teacher may ask you to complete a digital bonus to challenge you and increase your learning, or you can choose to do them to challenge yourself. You see these brains are working out extra hard. Digital bonuses are available after completing a lesson. So it's kind of like extra credit work. So to complete a digital bonus, all you have to do is click on My Stuff, click on the lesson badge, and you can use the arrows to move to the lesson you want, and then click Bonus, Beat It. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. That was a lot of information about Zearn. What we're going to do is watch a short video to review what you have learned so far. So I'm going to go ahead and push out this video. It should pop up on your screen. If it doesn't play automatically, just press that play button. I'll also put the link in the chat box. Okay, Okay, folks, give that green check when the video ends. We're also going to send this video out at the end of the day in the review email message. So please make sure you are checking your student email every single day, especially at the beginning and the end of the day. And remember, Deegan and friends, you will not have access to Zearn until after you start with your math teacher. We're just going over what you can expect. Okay, so give a green check if you understand how to learn with Zearn. And again, remember, you will see the Zearn app in class link, but you will not have access until you start with your teacher. I know, it looks like such a fun math program. I bet you all really enjoy learning to Zearn once you start with your teacher. Okay, hopefully Devani and Chase and Prince and Serenity, that makes sense. I don't see a green check from you, and I should. Okay, more green checks are coming through. So there are no new assignments at this time. The following are due by the end of the day. I suggest you take a quick lunch break and then get started on these assignments if you haven't started them yet. Yesterday we assigned lesson 1 in PE. We also went over emailing that contingency plan. Grades 1st and 2nd need to send it to me, Jessica Long. And grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th need to send it to Mrs. Loeb, Alexandra Loeb, through the student email. If you're a first grade family still in here, you can go ahead and watch that 25-minute phonics training video. That's more for learning coaches. You can raise your hand if you have any questions. If you do not have any questions, go ahead and log out and be on time for your next class at 12:50. We'll see everybody then.